Fans are what keep something going. Without them, who's going to enjoy what's being put out? And that's no different when it comes to Sonic fans. Sonic fans are a huge reason why the franchise is still around to this day. Fans were making their own pieces of work as early as 1995, with Sonic Boom being considered the first fully fledged fan game. Fans have put out so much work for the franchise, from previously mentioned fan games, to custom figures, and even fan films. Now, what happens when fan work gets mistaken for official work? Now, I'm not talking about bootlegs like our good pal Harry Potter Obama. I mean what happens when fan work gets mistaken and used in post, products, or even games. Let's find out today as I cover various times Sonic fan work has been mistaken for official work. Sonic and Sega AllStars Racing was a racing game developed by Studio Sumo Digital. The game was released on February 23rd back in 2010. About 2 weeks after the game was released, it was reported that Sonia from Sonic Underground had a cameo appearance on one of the game's tracks. Quick note, Sonia is the sister of Sonic from the cartoon Sonic Underground. Never really watched it. The show was on Disney XD back in 2012. Anyways, it was discovered that the art of Sonia only appeared in the PC and Wii version of the game. It was also quickly discovered that the card art looked extremely similar to a piece of fan art done by DeviantArt user Lightning Duchess. Sumo Digital's executive producer, Steve Lysett, made a comment on the matter, stating that they would contact the original artist and apologize to her, and that the use of her art was entirely unintentional. Lightning Duchess made a post on her DeviantArt saying that the art appearing in the game was in fact real, and that Steve apologized on behalf of one of the level artists. She also mentioned that she was honored that her art was featured in the game. She also went into more detail about the matter on her other account, Art by Rihanna. She explained that during development, her piece was mistaken for official art and was used in the game. The art was sent to Sonic Team, where they recognized that the art was not an official piece, so they were asked to remove it, which they did. Except they missed the Wii version and PC. The art was eventually removed from the PC version, but you can still find it in the Wii version today. She was sent over a package full of various Sega goods as an apology. One of the pieces in the box was concept art of Amy from the game, which she says they picked the Amy art because it felt appropriate seeing as her art was mistaken for Amy. It's cool she received an apology for her work being used in the game, but what about a case where the artist didn't receive anything? Artist Scarlet Opalite quote tweeted a post showing off art used in AllStars Racing on the stage turbine loop. They confirmed that the art, which was believed to have been unique art used for the stage, turned out to be their artwork. They even showed off the original piece, which I'm guessing, like the Sonia art, was mistaken for official art. They said they never received an apology, but it doesn't bother them, and that hey, in a way, they could say their art was in a game. They also asked for people not to bother people or Sega about it, which I also have to say, please don't go attack or message anyone that is featured in this video. Although I may have a certain tone with some of these, that doesn't mean to go start a witch hunt and message people. Plus, most of these situations were from years ago, and those people may have moved past it. Back in 2008, Sega put out a call to fans to make art of Sonic and Friends for a special gallery in Sonic and the Black Knight. Sadly, it looks like the original post is long gone, but thankfully the lovely people at Sonic Stadium reported on the news back when it was announced, allowing us to take a look. The article says that 20 entries would be chosen, and the people who are chosen receive a free copy of the game. Sounds pretty simple. How about a quick glance at the rules? All work submitted must be original and drawn by you. Huh. Well, sadly one of the fans didn't listen to that rule, tracing over art done by Lightning Mega 777. To give him a name, let's call him M. M submitted his trace version into the contest and got the piece into the game. Other fans quickly noticed the art and how similar it was to Mega's art. Details on the rest are extremely limited, seeing as it took place back in 2009, but apparently M did make a public apology on Italia Sonic message board, stating, "I thought they would have turned to websites to check for any malpractice. When I found out I won, I couldn't deny the fact that I was happy, but having won with that picture, I was also afraid of such a reaction. All this is absolutely not an excuse to justify my actions. I know I have been wrong and take all the responsibility for what I did. I accept any decision made by Sega and Sonic Italia. I want to apologize to all those who were offended by this, especially with the 21st winner. It is my fault that they did not win. I officially apologize to Mega 777 for having soiled her masterpiece. I respect her very much, and for the fact that I had acted against her, albeit unintentionally, I feel deplorable." Unintentional? You ain't traced the art! Anyways, no real statement from Sega was ever given out, and I don't think one needs to be given now, seeing as it's been almost 12 years since it all went down. That's about all I have for games. Thankfully there wasn't too many. Now let's go check on Sonic's social media. The Sonic Twitter has been around for over a decade, but didn't get much attention outside of fans until 2016. That's around the time they started using one of the most powerful weapons on social media at the time, memes. I had to do a deep dive for this video, which meant looking through over 4,000 tweets. I got really sick of seeing Sonic jokes and Eagle Raptor every other post, but thankfully those kinds of posts have long since passed. I was able to find what I was looking for though. Times fan work has shown up on the account. Back in 2014, the account started a new weekly event, Fan Art Friday. You'd submit your art in with the chance of it being featured that week. You can see where this is going, right? The first entry for the event was stolen fan art again, with the person putting their name over the original artist's signature, which by the way is Evan Stanley, who at the time was working on the Archie Sonic and Sonic Boom comics. She would go on to work on the IDW comics and still works on it to this day. Going back to Black Knight for a second, she's in the fan art section as this lovely piece was one of the winners. Getting back on topic, Sonic Twitter was notified quickly that the piece was not original and was instead stolen. They apologized and gave proper credit to Stanley, putting a link to her DeviantArt. They responded to a comment asking if they would delete the original post, to which they responded saying that you can't change history like it never happened. One of the most popular posts the account ever did was one teasing the game Mighty No. 9. That game has its own can of worms, so to cut it short, I'll say it was a spiritual successor in the Mega Man series, but yeah, it wasn't well received. The Sonic Twitter took this moment to make a joke against them. Congrats on the launch, Mighty No. 9, it's better than nothing. Ouch. Too bad the only thing keeping this thing down is that the art they used is fan art. Sorta. Sega has a website called Sonic Channel. It's where they show off new merch, information, and monthly art in Japan. One of the pages is filled with art that you can download in color, one of which is the one of Sonic shrugging. Now this person doesn't really want drama over this, so I'll be respectful and keep them anonymous, but the colored version of the art is fan-made. There is a watermark on Sonic which lets us know that this isn't the official colored version. Now there wasn't actually a colored version for a long time, not until Fig Pen got the Sonic license and did pens of Tails, Knuckles, and yes, shrugging Sonic. Jax even put out a figure based on the art. The artist does say they don't mind that the art is used, which gives me a moment to talk about something. Not everyone in this video is mad about their art being used. Some even see the bright side and take pride that their work was good enough to be seen as official, which I believe is a pretty cool way to look at it. So don't think that everyone has their 8-shot RPG out and is ready to fire. Back in 2017, the Twitter page shared a meme which used a fan-made render of the Werehog by Nabrock Rock. It wouldn't be the last time they used one. Back in December of 2020, they made a spoof poster of the movie The Night Before Christmas, instead changing it to Sonic and Percival. Now the Black Night Before Christmas. Well, the render of Percival is another one of Nabrock's renders. There may have been other instances of his art being used, but if there was, I couldn't find them. In December of 2017, the account made a post announcing that modern and classic Supersonic would be coming to Forces. The post featured a fan-made version of the Sonic Forces logo, made by Nuri Rush. There's little differences between the official and fan-made version, making it easier to tell which is which. Going back to November of 2020 in a now deleted post, the Sonic Twitter promoted the release of the combo pack of Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD and Sonic Forces with some art of Sonic and II. Shortly after the post was uploaded, one Twitter user pointed out that the II art was traced based off of their art. The tweet got a decent amount of attention, which is what I believe led to the tweet's deletion. I can't find it, but I do remember seeing a post by the artist saying that they did receive an apology from the Sonic account and asked for people not to attack them, which is one of the reasons why I'm keeping the artist anonymous. In April, another meme was posted, which used a shot of Chaos during a boss fight from the fan-made classic Sonic Improvement mod for Sonic Forces. And most recently, so recent in fact that it happened while I began working on this video, Sega put out a special 30th anniversary video celebrating the franchise. It's a really nice video that will tug on any fan's nostalgia. Some key-eyed fans noticed at the very end of the video some unknown footage is playing in the background. Didn't take long for the fans to find the source, as it turned out to be an animation from the channel Sasso Studio. How did that even get there? Don't they have an archive of their work? Hopefully in the future they pay closer attention on what they use, as it goes to show that fans can quickly help show what's fan work. Plus, it's not all bad. I mean, out of 4,000 posts, I only came out with a handful, and they have apologized in the past. I guess you could say it's better than nothing, right? For a couple years now, the company Finesse has been making skateboards featuring Sonic and the gang. They've become pretty popular, as some of the boards feature characters that rarely get any form of merch. Most of the art on the boards are redrawn pieces of official art, with maybe something little changed. And other boards seem to feature original art, except for one, the Neo Metal Sonic board. The art on the board is traced from DeviantArt user AdvertMan. I'll give the Finesse artist the benefit of the doubt and say they probably typed Neo Metal Sonic into Google, but his watermark is on the bottom of the art. Now, the reason this rubs me the wrong way is that Advert can't defend his work, as he is no longer with us. It feels wrong, at least to me. I haven't heard anyone else talk about this and wanted to let everyone know. I wanted to be as respectful as I could when it came to this subject. I don't want people to get mad at Finesse, as it was probably an honest mistake, but I do hope they learn and use only official or original art in the future. One way we could look at this is that his art can now always be remembered, and that his art was cool enough to be featured on official work. Rest easy, Advert. Sorry for such a somber ending, but that was something I've been wanting to cover for a while, and I wanted to make sure I give the subject and the artist the respect they deserve. The topic was pretty fun to do research on, as it meant I got to take a look into the past and see how the franchise and its fans have grown over the past 3 decades. Oh yeah, the series turns 30 this month. I hope they have something cool planned for the series. Sadly, I won't be making any videos about it, but I will be putting something out in July that's pretty cool and does look back on an anniversary, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, you know the deal. If you liked the video, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if you want to see more of this kind of content in the future, maybe leave a like or hit that little pretty red button down there. Have yourselves a pretty good day and see you next time.